Hey guys, ILene Vick here for Teaching About Coloring with ILene Vick. It is Saturday, October 2nd at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, and I am live. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'll be broadcasting for the next 3 hours. I'm here for your entertainment and amusement, companionship, whatever works out for you. So good to see everybody. Welcome to my Facebook peeps. I've got people who come in and chat, which is great. I have people who come in and color and don't necessarily chat. And I have people who come in, yay, I can see comments, and lurk and just watch, which is fine. Welcome to Rhonda and Ashley. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, Mary. Let me do a little camera adjustment here. Oh, so good to see everybody. All right. Let's see if Facebook behaves tonight. My gosh, I hope so. Okay. So I've got a new book that I want to go through and show you. Ashley already commented on it. So Ashley, apparently you've got this book. Let me know. Oh no, Rhonda didn't get her Albert Dürer coloring book. Okay. Yeah, Maddie said she wasn't getting hers till Sunday. So I may just hold off on coloring out of that tonight. We'll see. But you've always got the video. You do, you do. Oh my. Alright, so I'm going to go through and show you MYTHOGRAPHIC. This is a really cool book. Oh, you've got all the MYTHOGRAPHICs. Yeah, now, but you got to be careful because there's apparently two of them, two authors that do this. Hold on, let me check something real quick here. Oh, Mary's got this book too. Oh, good. Yeah, Ashley, Joseph Katzenbang and Fabiana Attanasio. That's what I'm going to say. So yeah, there are two authors who work under similar titles. Okay. So let me show you this book. It's really cool. Like I said, well, I didn't say this. I'm probably going to do something out of it tonight. Now, it is perforated, and the pages are very thick. The paper. Hear that? So this is a good book. Now, I don't want you to be thrown by, the first page is uber complex. But don't get thrown by it. Because in a book, there's some that you like, some that you don't like. And remember, we talked about it. This is a water fountain, so you color the water fountain and then you work on the rest of it and it comes out beautifully. It's pretty cool. So, this question, Amy says she thinks she's got this book. Cool. how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time, right? So these are pretty nifty pages. Now, he likes to hide things in his book, on his pages, you know, hot air balloon, little tape, measuring tape here, little puzzle pieces. Personally speaking, I don't like stuff that has hidden object. I'm just after coloring the pages. I definitely want to do this one for you. That would be gorgeous to do. Hold on, water. Now, Terry was working on this page, and she was asking the other night how to do it, how to do the water. So I may work on this a little bit too. I've done water and seas and ponds and rivers and streams. So they're all over my videos, guys. Okay. Here's a nice little dream boat. Porcupine with stuff on it. This is definitely different. Just a different perspective on coloring stuff. All right. Zebra. And for me, I would definitely do the black coloring of the stripes, and that's going to make this very vivid. Rhonda, you still with me? And this reminds me of Kirby Roseanne's, because he had that one with the library and all the pouring water. Okay, I see the thumbs up. Ashley's still here. Okay. I'm getting weird numbers as to the number of people in the room, so I really can't tell. I love this picture. Look at this one. Isn't that beautiful? Okay. And I love this one with the whales coming out of the potted plant. I think that would be gorgeous too. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. And then the parrot. So it's a different book. And I don't want you to be thrown by all the stuff on here. Like I said, you break it down, you start doing a segment of it, and then you work on the rest of it, and it'll come together. All right, I love this walkway up. Hey, Rebecca. So Amy says, hi all, I have my headphones in now and can hear everything. I think I have 2 or 3 of these books. Okay. Yeah, Amy, when you don't get sound, I think it's because you've got to check the setting on whatever phone or computer you're using. If you've got it set on headphones, you're not going to hear stuff. Chess pieces. I was president of my chess club in high school, so this brings back memories. Oh, bunny rabbits with wings. Oh, it's because your volume wasn't turned up. Okay. And again, guys, I love this stuff for the art. You know, I mean, you know why I love my coloring books. The art in it is beautiful. Let's see what's going on here. Lots of mushrooms. Yeah, mushrooms, garden, butterflies. And we got a little tiki post here on this one. And this is definitely different. We've got the trees and then goldfish swimming around. Or no, the Siamese fighting fish, it looks like. Okay, love this one. Shading on here with the key. Now, this one here with these keys on it, remember those metal keys that I've got? And I showed you those, and I've glued them to coloring pages. When I saw these keys, I thought, boom, there we go. So I thought that that would be really cool as an add-on. Definitely will enjoy doing that. Okay. Now you just got to take a minute and look at this stuff. We've got a young lady here in the garden. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. So you take the time to look at the stuff and you'll see some really interesting things. Okay. Looks like India pictures. And I love this one too. So we have the little fairy, butterfly fairy. And then we've got your eye leading to all of this stuff. So there's a neat explosion of stuff. All right. Goldfish, fish, regular fish. Make them what you want. I think I count 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 goldfish. 8 fish. All right. And then we've got the sea otters swirling around. Definitely. Here, let me go back. I didn't mean to flip that fast on you. And then we've got a building here. All sorts of different stuff here. And again, now, what I would do on here, for example, where you have all this fine work. Hey, Maddie. I would go ahead and take a colored pen and use a colored pen on that lattice work. Don't forget your colored pens, guys. Love this one, the Lady by the Sea. And again, honestly, I am not a fan of the little extra stuff that's in here for the hidden object, but hey. Terry, you owe me money for this book. I got this book because you were talking about that the fish, the goldfish in the sea. I thought, So lots of fun to do this. And again, on something like this, if you want to go, you know, decide your colors, start picking out an area that you're going to work on. I would probably do these in the reddish, brownish roofs. And then work your picture from there. Don't get flustered, guys, about how, I hate the word complex. It's just, it's busy. Yeah, Carrie says I just ignore all the hidden things. Okay. Yeah. Love the perspective on this one. Let's see what's going on here. Okay, so we have the flamingos with the buildings as legs. The archway that looks out to the universe. Yeah, Terry, you break it down into pieces. But see, a lot of people look at this book and then they immediately get flummoxed by it, and you shouldn't. Ooh, I love this one. See, we've got these frogs. So we start in with the frogs. Cool. Here I would probably work up the tree first, the bark. Terry, have you done any other pages out of this book? And then here's all the hidden object stuff. All right. So like I said, the pages are quite thick. These are his other mythographic books: Image, Aquatic, Enchanted Castles, Paradise, Odyssey, and Frozen Fantasies. Yeah, I already passed the chess table. Why, did you want to look at that? There's the chess table. Oh, Wanderlust is out this month? Okay, what's that, his new book? Hey, if somebody wants to pick it up for the group and send it here, I'll color out of it. So Terry says the fish is the first, the chess table will be next. Okay, Terry, did you do the sea already? Yeah, Terry says she says I just see so much potential in that chess table. Oh yeah. Okay, Terry, did you Kirby? I know Kirby Rosanne's is coming out with another new book next April. I believe it's on my wish list. Okay. Okay, you haven't done it yet. Okay. All right. I'll tell you what. I'm going to pull 2 pages out of here that I want to just show you stuff. Hold on, let me find the other one. Oh, this one here. Okay, so you haven't done the sea yet. Okay, Terry. Well, since I got the book, I might as well do this for you. Oh, and Debbie Maccomer says, Ashley, you colored in one of her books. Yes, I did. Come Home to Color. She has a Christmas book out shortly. Ooh, is this on affiliate? Not yet. Maddie, I will put it on affiliate. All right. So give me a second here. Okay. Summertime. All right, let me get this out of the way. All right. So this is Mythographic Dream Garden. For those of you that just popped in, Fabiana Attanasio. All right. So let's get coloring. Oh, and while these dry, because I just sprayed them and made my dog sneeze, remember last night I worked on the grayscale? Not hard, guys. Now, oh, and I worked on Adam and Eve. Particularly, I worked on Adam by Albert Durer. Beautiful, beautiful book. He does lithograph. Oh my gosh, just gorgeous work, guys. And I worked on Adam last night. And then I wanted to show you this. As I went ahead and I put a black background on our little witch because I made her hair green. Now I'm still working on her cats. This is from Cute Witches by Jade Summer. Victoria gave us this book. So I've been a busy little girl. Busy, busy, busy. All right. Ashley says, okay, ready. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to work on this a little bit because I'm going to do these ice crystals. Now, these ice crystals here, Fabiano has them growing out of the plants. Zoom in. Check out that. See how it's coming out of the plants? I thought that was cool. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to color this. Now, unfortunately, I'm so bummed out. This page has a bend in it. Probably happened during production. All the other pages are okay. Zoom out. I'm not going to fuss about it. It happens. Hopefully it won't make a weird crease. If it does, I'll do something on it. In other words, I'll incorporate that. And actually, that would probably be a good lesson for me to do for you, is that when you have something like that, you incorporate how to fix it and make it look part of what you're doing. So I think we can do that, because I have a feeling when I color over that with my colored pencil, it's going to do wonky things. All right. So let's go ahead and work on this. Mythographic Dream Garden. And Are you guys going to be here Tuesday? Say yes. Nod your heads up and down. Yes, ILene, we're going to be here Tuesday. La-da-dum. Okay. So Rebecca says it's like the gals in my knitting group say it's not a mistake, it's a design feature. That's right. Do not throw your pieces out, guys. Okay. So on this water here, we're looking at surface only, okay? And by that I mean it's not, you don't have the top of your pond, for example, and it going down, right? This is all surface. So we can go ahead and color this. You color it as a surface and not as a depth deal. Zoom in. So I'm going to start with my blue topaz. It's a light blue Brett Funner 520. And I'm going to color my little water thingies here. Ripples, whatever you want to call them, light blue. Zoom in. Zoom in. And I want you to notice that I'm also going over the black lines here. Now, if you wanted to, you could take your Arteza white gel pen and get rid of those circles and those lines. You've seen me do that on projects. So Terry, I think you're just making this more complex than you need to make it, really. So these little top water thingies, they're splashes, they're shine marks, whatever you want to call them on the water. Let's see what we're doing here. Okay. So Maddie and Rhonda, did you check when you're going to get your Albrecht Dürer books? Maddie said she's getting hers Sunday. Rhonda said hers didn't arrive today. I don't know if you checked your Amazon orders. Okay. Oh, it still says tonight. Oh. Okay. Now again, I want you to notice that I'm taking the blue towards the outside here. And remember yesterday when I was doing the grayscale and I said don't color exactly in the areas that are shown by the gray. Let it bleed over a little bit. A lot of times when people start out in adult coloring, they color exactly in the areas. Now obviously there are pieces that dictate that. But this area here, I'm just going ahead and I'm coloring on the outside. Hello, Wanda. So Wanda, I was talking about Tuesday. I'm asking everybody if they're going to be here because I got a surprise Tuesday. Wanda, I expect you to be here. Are you going to be here Tuesday? I know you are. I've asked you a number of times. Okay. So we've also got some little splashes of water. Yeah, Rita says she's going to be here Tuesday. Good, good, good. I'm telling you guys, you don't want to miss it. And you don't want to miss Thursday. Dawn's going to be here. All right. Tuesday and Thursday. Now, what I want you to notice about the way that I'm doing this water is, again, I am going outside of the little circles that were put on here. Zoom out. Rebecca says, Rebecca replied to Rhonda, it's not even out for delivery yet, probably tomorrow. And I also ordered the 180 Brett Funner sets. And guys, don't forget, if the pieces aren't, if what you want aren't on affiliate, contact me and I'll give you the link. It helps the group. All right. Zoom out. Now, what I want you to notice here is I'm also extending this blue in other areas other than our circles. Oops. So in other words, I'm bringing this blue down also by the railing. Zoom in. And then I'm going to come back up again a little bit with it up into the puddle that the author put in there. Is my point breaking? No. Okay. So basically I'm doing the obligatory circles, but I'm also now going ahead and freelancing this. So let's go ahead and get that colored in. Okay, there's one of those stupid little images. So Terry, you what? You just color over it? You colored the balloon red. Okay. Ashley says that's what I do. I just blend them in best I can. I'm an It fan. I'm sorry, what is the It fan? What is that? So I want you to notice now how I'm going ahead. Can you just white out the lines? No, because he's got stuff buried in weird places. It would be way too much work to do that. I may just leave them uncolored. I haven't decided yet. Scary clown movie with a red balloon. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. So then we're going to go ahead and we're going to color in between our little posts. Now, I want you to think about that when you do it. Zoom in. Zoom in. So I don't want you coloring this in solid blue. Why? Because your water behind there is not the solid blue, right? So you want to go ahead and stagger that as though those little puddles were also behind your posts here. Everybody see what I'm doing here? So just as the water is staggered on the top, you want to go ahead and do that between your posts. Details, guys. So that one I'll go ahead and color in. We can do that. And my question is, would you have thought of that? Yes or no? Or would you just have colored it in completely blue? I'm asking this question for a reason. Okay. So Rhonda says, probably blue, love your idea. Okay, Terry said I probably would have thought of it. Okay, good, Terry. Good. Okay, now the perspective on this stuff, you know, it's not too bad. It's pretty good. Zoom out. All right. So let's go ahead and spread that blue a little more. All right, and now I'm going to take a slightly darker blue. Now, you don't want a huge jump in your blues, guys. And you'll see why in a minute. So now I'm going to take a French blue, happens to be Brett Funner 520 again. And it's not that big of a jump from my last blue. And now I'm going to go ahead and stagger that color basically in between where I just colored. Now remember, if you get your spotty colors here, you change direction with your pencil. You go in your circles. We'll take care of that. Another thing that you can do is you can go ahead and streak your colors a little bit. Oh, I'll do that in a minute. So I'm going to put down my base color. I'm sorry, not my base color, my next color here. Zoom in. And you guys know that I don't do anything halfway when I color. But wait, there's more. And then of course now we've got to get between our little posts here. And notice now how that blue is looking really cool here. We'll go ahead and get that. Now, I don't want you to be Mary, this is the Brett Funner 520. It's called French Blue. Now, notice too how I'm also going ahead and I'm shading a little bit. On my edges. Because we want that dimension, guys. Hello, Angela. You're welcome, Mary. Angela, when you go to use your electric eraser for the first time, it's going to go zipping out of your hand because you won't be used to it. Ask me how I know that. Zoom in. Zoom in. Okay, now notice how I'm going darker blue on that one area here. Remember, guys, you don't want your pieces to be dull and routine, right? All right, what pencil am I going to use next on these posts, guys? You know the answer. Somebody tell me. All right, let me go back to the beginning here. Depth, dimension, detail. I'm going to use my Folkestone Gray. And I'm just going to very lightly outline my little posts. And look at the dimension that we get, guys. So this is my Folkestone Gray. Also happens to be Brett Funner 520. Now, I don't want you guys to think I just use Brett Funner 520. Everybody see now how I'm getting that depth and dimension? Because I'm putting a little bit of shadow around the outside. Not much. Just a little bit. Anybody have any questions about that? Whoops. Angela, have you used your new electric eraser yet? Now, if you want to come in a little bit with your shading, notice that I'll go ahead and come in just a little bit. How do you like it, Angela? That's one of those, you know, pry it out of my cold, stiff hands. How do I know what, Angela? Dinner time, back in a few. I posted my next page. Okay, says Amy. Zoom out. Oh, how do I know about the eraser flying out of my hand? Because the first time I used an electric eraser, it went zoop on me. Zoom out. Okay, everybody see how cool that looks? Let's continue with our dark blue. It actually didn't go like flying out of my hands. It went off crazy. That's what it did. Okay, everybody see now how we're getting a really nice look. By the way, Angela, how are your classes going? And have you been keeping in touch with Gina? Okay. Okay, been going great, and I've reached out to her, but she doesn't respond. That's okay. Keep reaching out, please. Okay, let me zip over here. Oops, I missed a drop. Okay, guys, I'm back. Thank you so much. Maddie, are you here? I've got my Please Do Not Disturb broadcasting sign up, so when they rang, I knew it was something. I'm back. That was Vicky barking. You were kicked off? Oh, jeez. Okay, I'm back. Thank you so much for your patience. Okay, so I'm continuing with my two colors, my blue topaz Brett Funner 520 and my Brett Funner 520 French blue. And that was Vicky sneezing. Zoom in. Zoom in. Yeah, I don't think you want to miss this coloring. Well, I don't want you to miss any coloring, but hey. Okay. Well, I'm glad you guys all came back when you got kicked off. Zoom out. Yeah, I'll broadcast no matter what. So if I get kicked out for some reason, I will be back. Always. Okay, let's take a look at what we've got. Zoom out. Zoom out. Terry, you still with us? Okay, so we've got... You're making this book look so easy, I can do this. Excellent, says Terry. It is easy. All right. Zoom in. Zoom in. Now, where I had my darker blue, I'm going to take my lighter blue and I'm blending over the top with it. And that's going to get rid of all that popcorn look. Because remember, we want smooth, right? Zoom in. So we're getting this to look now as smooth as the baby's behind, right? Yeah, Terry says, of all the things on this page, the water is what intimidates me. That's Terry speaking. Yeah. It's so funny. It can be something like that that does it. So I want you guys to check out how smooth this is. People use Q-tips and baby oil. I do not recommend Vaseline because it's a petroleum product. I prefer to blend with my pencils if I can before I start messing with chemicals. Okay. Now, I want you guys to notice the different shades of the blue in the water. And you know I'm still going to do something with it, right? So right now I'm blending with my lightest pencil over my, hold on, let me get straightened around here, over my dark blue to get that smooth as a baby's behind look and blended, right? All right, let's get over to this little section here. Anybody have any questions about that at all? Okay, so let me slide you over, sharpen my pencil, now remember, on this particular piece, you're stuck with the artist having put these circles in here, unless you want to go through with your Arteza gel pen and white those out, which is perfectly doable. No biggie, it would look great. Yeah, if you're going to blend, I would use baby oil. Okay, and let's go ahead and get this last section. And again, I like to keep my spots tidy. Okay, zoom out. Zoom out. Zoom out. Questions, comments? But I'm not done. Terry, any question on that? Now, if you have any areas that look a little wonky, of course, fix it. Questions on this? All right, now I'm going to take again my Folkestone Gray and I'm going to go through and I'm going to add now a little bit of highlighting on the dark part. Now, by highlighting, I mean that I'm bringing up the color. Some people call this low lighting. That's fine. I call it highlighting. And I'm just going to emphasize on the blue, darker blue, okay? Terry, you still with us? All right, let me smooth out an area here. Now, you want a butterfly touch on your gray because you don't want dark streaks. You just want enough that you're going to add interest to your water here. Notice that I'm going on the edges here. Zoom in. And that's going to give us some dimension, depth, detail, our 3Ds. And I want you to notice that right here when I'm coloring right to left and then coming down and coming down and coming down and then going over this way. So it adds like a little bit of V here. Now, this is not complex, guys. It really isn't. And the look that I want on this water is I don't want it dull and lifeless. So that's why I'm going ahead and adding a little bit of shading. And if you'll notice, I missed a spot with my darker blue. Let me get that done. Hold on a second. Zoom in. if you'll notice, I'm going ahead and I'm adding just a touch of the shading by the light streams here. And that's going to give us a little bit of looking like it's floating. And if you think about it, these white spots are whatever, foam, could be. So I'm adding just a little bit of kick to those. Everybody see that? And as you develop these techniques of shading and coloring, you'll decide about doing things like this as well. Okay. Let's go ahead and get a couple more of these here. And notice that I'm not using black to do this, I'm using the gray. Black is too much. So now what we have here is we have a bunch of floating, in effect, objects, which is our foamy, kind of our foamy stuff. I'm treating it like that. Now, you certainly don't have to do that, of course. If you don't like the effect, don't do it. And you know me, I always say don't get stupid with stuff. When you're doing effects on stuff, you don't want to go too far with it. All right, let me zip over here. All right, let's take a look at this and see what we've got. Zoom out. Zoom out. Hold on, camera's gonna jiggle a little bit. Zoom out. There you go. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and color the left pillar because I want to show you now another effect that we're going to do. Technically speaking, I can't add any shading right by, I mean, I did a little bit on the post here just to show that depth, but I can't really add any shading of blue around this outside because these areas here are not sitting up against the water. Okay, but Amy, You got to get to the point about getting away from least favorite and getting to the point that you're very comfortable with it. Because otherwise you're going to avoid it, and you may have a terrific piece that you're coloring on, and then you come up with water and it diminishes the piece. And based on what I just showed you guys tonight, it shouldn't be an issue, right? Okay, so I want to show you now how I want to pull up these columns. Zoom in. So I'm going to use, the color is called Hay, Brett Funner 520. And I'm going to go ahead and lay that down now as my base color. And I want you to watch the effect that I put on this one based on what I was just talking about, my conversation, not about the water, but where these columns are sitting. I really like this neutral color. So Amy, do my comments make sense about water? There shouldn't be anything in coloring, ultimately, that bugs you. Okay. And I'm also going to, let me see, let me pop up here. Terry, did what I just do help you with water? Okay, so let's continue down now with this column. If you have any other questions about doing water, speak up. I really did this piece for you. Okay. Well, Terry, that's what I do. I don't mind doing that at all. That's why I want to make sure that you don't have any questions. Okay. So then at the very bottom, I'm just going to do this little teeny tiny strip. And leave that, oh, excuse me. Leave that white part and leave the base. We'll get back to that. Okay. Do you guys want me to finish this one with you? Ashley wanted to know if I'm going to finish it with the coloring. Oh yeah, I might as well. Okay. Now I'm going to take a Master Color 5425. Zoom in. And now so Terry says she's finishing up the roses and we'll tackle the water next. Cool. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this color and we're going to be indicating roundness on it. And you know what? I don't like that color at all. Hold on. It's going in a direction that I don't like. So bear with me. So Ashley, do you want me to finish this piece? You guys need to let me know. Now, not necessarily tonight, of course. Oh, Angela, good night. Good night, good night. Okay, little boo-boo on my part. Give me a moment. All right, this is the Brett Funner Coconut Shell Color. Oh, Rhonda says, I'd like to see you finish. We'll watch with Ginny. She's just starting a seaside pick. Okay. Okay, much better. So I'm using this coconut brown. Now, I want you to notice too that I'm using the coconut brown right on that edge. And we've talked a lot about this. This particular book, the author likes to use darker lines. Which is fine. But, as you know, when you look at columns, you don't see what? Black lines down the edge. Yes, Rhonda, I did see the picture of the teddy bear. I loved it. I just didn't have a chance to comment on it. I really like how she put it together. She needs to work on blending. A couple of the areas looked a little rough, but she's definitely getting there. Now, this is going to look a little wonky as I started out. Now, the reason that I am putting this brownish color on top of the cream is because I want the cream to dull the brown a little bit. And you'll see why in a minute. And what I want you to notice also is I'm getting lighter and lighter as I go towards the center, right? And I truly am leading up to a point here that I want to make. Now, I could have put on this brown beforehand without putting the cream color. And then put the cream just in the center, similar to like when I'm doing gold for you. Right? And then what I'm going to do is I'm now going to get a little more enthusiastic with my brown color on the outside here. So we'll go a little bit darker. And remember that we want to get lighter and lighter as we come out. You've heard me say this a bazillion times, guys. You've got to get that blending down. Now, zoom out. Zoom out. Look at the difference now between this side and this side of my post. Column, really, is what it is. Post, column, you get it. And don't forget your little area down here. Zoom in. But what I want you to see now is how this post is, you recognize it, it's starting to look rounded. Why? Because we've got the darker colors to the outside. Right? And I'm building this up for you to show you how it's done. Now, I don't care how you get there in doing this look. I'm just doing it this way so that you can see the steps and see what's coming. And how I'm doing this. Okay. And then my last step, which is really going to make it come out, I've got my Keystone Gray. And I'm going to go ahead and put that tinting color on there. I'm tinting in that gray. And what I want you to notice on here, and this is why it works, is by tinting in that gray, it takes away in effect that black line, because I'm using that black line as my starter point for my gray, and then I'm coming in lighter and lighter and lighter off of it. So that's how I'm getting rid of that author's line, is I'm making it part of the blended image. Zoom in. Is everybody clear on that? Yes, no? So I literally now am compensating for how the artist drew this and incorporating it in as part of the picture. Okay. Zoom out. Zoom out. Check it out, guys. I don't want you to be afraid of your dark edges. It looks phenomenal. Okay, and here's what I was aiming for in this entire piece. Is on this water, I couldn't add a shadow because the column is not directly in front of the touching the water. The column is towards us. So I had to color this column in such a way as to pull it up. And this is the technique that I wanted to show you. Now, here's where the blending comes in. I'm using my Faber-Castell Ivory, color number 103. And I'm going to go over the top of this, and that's going to smooth everything out beautifully. Now, if you haven't been watching my previous broadcasts, you really need to see this. Is that ivory pencil does not add much color, and it blends beautifully. Zoom in. Zoom in. Zoom in. Zoom in. And this is where you get a nice smooth effect. Check that out. Zoom out. Zoom out. Any questions? Now, sometimes you have pencils that don't play well with each other, and you'll start to get that wax buildup, and that ivory pencil will get rid of it beautifully. Questions? Now, this column looks a little obnoxious right now because there's no color around it. And this is another thing that I've talked to you a lot about. When you're coloring, you've got to let your piece build. And so you may look at that and say, oh my gosh, my column looks, you know, terrible. It's sticking out like a sore thumb. No, it isn't. because when we go to do the other parts of this piece, this page, it's all going to come together beautifully. Okay, so now I'm going to go back and use my Bread Funner coconut shell. Zoom in, zoom in, and I'm going to go ahead now and start working my shading. Now remember, when you darken lines like this, you've got to go to either side of it just a little bit so it doesn't stick out like a sore thumb. Blending, blending, blending. And I'm going to go ahead and color on my edges with the brown. That lightest base color happened to be a Bread Funner Hay color, H-A-Y, from the 520 set. Angela was just asking that, or Ashley was just asking that question. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and bring in my brown as well. Notice again, a little bit darker. You are welcome, Miss Ashley. And then I'm going to go ahead with my gray. Just going to go ahead and just come in with that shading. Again, I'm stuck with the artist doing very dark lines. Good grief, there's a pepper mill right there. Oh my. And I'm just going to put a little bit of gray right there. Oh, how cool that looks. Zoom out. And then I'm using my ivory, Faber-Castell 103. I'm going to soften that up. Absolutely beautiful, guys. Questions? Zoom out. Zoom out. So what I'll do probably off camera is go ahead and do the other column. Now I won't do anything new to it. I'll just do what I did over here. Whoops. And remember, I'm not necessarily done with that water on the bottom. I'm pretty much there where I want it to be. But now I need to go in and start adding my other colors. And we'll see how that all balances out. All right. And you guys can see now why I bought a dozen of that ivory color from Dick Blick. Okay. So let's go ahead and play with the flowers on the back of the goldfish. Now, I don't want to do the goldfish now because I want to see exactly how coloring in the flowers are going to affect the color of the fish. Now, if you already did the goldfish, that's fine before you do the flowers, no biggie. But I like to see... Oh, Terry, you're welcome. Terry, I'm on for another hour. And of course, you can check the video afterwards. And Terry, I was absolutely delighted to do it for you. My pleasure. All right. Yeah, there's a walking cane on the top right. Yeah. Exactly. You zoom in. Right there. You zoom in. I spy with my little eye. Oh, we got some weird things on this thing. Oh, there's a boomerang right there. There is a bow. Zoom in. Zoom in. There is just a bunch of stuff here. Let's see. That's the fish eye. Here is a paper shopping bag. Weird stuff. Here is a treasure chest. Zoom out. Okay, so I'm going to go pretty bold with these flowers. Zoom in. So I'm going to go with my Tibetan, Tibetan red. Again, happens to be the Brett Funner 520. And I'm going to work on the shaded or dark part. Now remember, when you get to the center here, you're only seeing the top of the flower petals. So you want to be careful how much you shade at the base. Think about how much of that petal is showing. So right up here, where I've got the top of the petal, I'm not going to put any of this darker red. I'm not. And it looks like we've got a little leaf here. And now I'm going to go with my Faber-Castell. This is a deep red. And this is where I recommend is just coloring your individual petals. The Faber-Castells are covering beautifully. When I first started coloring, I went with the Faber-Castell because my thinking was if I was going to spend all that time on my pages, I wanted good pencils. Oh, is that pretty? And then I'm going to go in with my master black. Now this time I'm using black because I want that to be a little more forceful because I'm working in small areas. And I want you to notice now how I'm just going ahead and I'm putting this black in the creases. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Maddie says I like Prismacolor. I bought a Faber-Castell in Hobby Lobby, one blue pencil to try it out. I still like the Prisma. Oh yeah, there's nothing wrong with Prisma at all. Alright, so notice now how I'm going to tuck a little bit of this black inside my individual petals. And guys, trust me, you don't need much. Sometimes it's just one swipe of your pencil. Now, I'm going to bring out the black a little bit on this petal. Just to give it a little variety. Zoom out. Check that out. Zoom out. Beautiful. All right, zoom in. Zoom in. Zoom in. All right. So, my darker red at the base. Zoom in. Now you guys know that I work ultra close to show you this stuff. It may look a little wonky close up, but when you see the finished piece, which is your normal distance, viewing distance, you can see that it comes together beautifully. So here's my second red, my Faber-Castell, color 223. I'm going to go back and put a little more darker color on here. My darker red. And then I'm going to still come in with my black. And again, you're not necessarily going to notice this black. All you're going to notice is that this flower has really nice depth to it. So I'm just putting little pokes of black on there. Oh, beautiful. All right, let's go over to our next flower. And I particularly like it when they're open like this because that gives me a lot of ability to do my artistic expression with it. Notice how I'm running this red up just a little bit. This is my darker red, Tibetan red, Brett Funner 520. And this is where it pays off to do the individual petals. I don't want you just willy-nilly running color through here, because as you'll notice that each petal I'm going ahead and putting a slightly different design on it with the darker pencil. Now, I know that some of you have a little problem seeing detail when you're coloring, and this is where I would recommend a magnifying lamp. So Amy says, going to take a break for now. Started my third picture of the day, but going to relax now. A bit tired, didn't sleep well last night. I'll post an updated picture. Okay. Okay, lighter red. Glad you could join us, Amy. How beautiful is this second red? Isn't that gorgeous? It's like an old-fashioned red. Oh my gosh, that reminds me. Did you guys see Maddie's picture of the winter scene? And she colored it in such a way to make it look old-fashioned. Gorgeous. I loved it. I want you guys to look at that picture. She did a great job with it. Maddie, I loved what you did with it. You did a great job on that. Okay, what's my next step? My black, right? And I want you to notice that I'm putting this black in the folds of the flower, the creases, and I want you to notice how that black, when that black comes in. Maddie, that piece was so nice. It really was. I just love the overall look of it. All right, notice how I'm putting in this black. And I'm going to streak my black in a little bit on a couple of my petals. How pretty is that? Zoom out. Now, I want you guys to know that I'm going to keep my flowers basically the same color. And the reason that I'm doing that is because we have a very involved picture. I may, on the center one, I may go like with a yellow. Yellow, we'll see. Zoom in. So Wanda, you've been awfully quiet tonight. And I figure you're coloring, but you have anything to report? How did work go today? multitasking tonight. All right, what are you up to, Wanda? Okay, so notice how I went ahead and did my shading. You can't tell. Okay, and back now with my secondary red. Okay. And guys, look how absolutely gorgeous these roses are turning out. Now, let me show you something. We're going to look a comparison. So, I want you to look at these two roses side by side. Let me see if I need to pull you out just a little bit. The one on the left has the shadow. The one on the right does not. Everybody see the difference? And again, if you want to bring out that black a little bit, like I am on these outside leaves, you know I always call petals leaves. Okay. Beautiful. All right. Zoom out. Zoom out. Check it out, guys. Zoom out. And there's another option for you. Wanda says indigo blue is a wonderful color for shading red roses. That's what I like to use. Okay. And what you guys need to do is to take a dark red, or take a red, and then take an indigo blue pencil. Just draw like an odd shape, kind of like a petal shape, and play with the indigo blue, and you'll see what Wanda's talking about. zoom in, zoom in. Now, I'm taking the time to do these roses, number one, because I know you guys like to color during my broadcasts. So this should not be boring you. Okay, there's our next one. You guys tell me that my voice is very soothing. I really should have gone into radio work. I would have been good at it. So there we go now that we've got that red. And let's go ahead and use our black. Or as Wanda said, indigo blue. Again, I'm going to bring my black up on a couple of these petals towards the outside. Here we go. I absolutely love how this is turning out, and I hope that you guys can look ahead and see how gorgeous this is going to look. And I want you to notice too that I'm not coloring this willy-nilly. I'm checking very carefully as to where our petals come together. And then blending in my secondary color. And I love this second color. Well, I love the combination of the two colors that I'm using because, like Maddie's piece, to me these look like old-fashioned roses. And I want you to think about when you're doing a project like this. So for example, when you're doing these roses, how do you want them to look? Okay, so now I'm putting in my black. Do you want them to look extra vibrant? Do you want them to look subtle and rich? I went with subtle and rich. And believe you me, when I'm done with this set, you'll see how they are going to stand out on their own. Okay, let's pop up to this one up here. And again, for anybody that's new, a lot of my peeps use this time to color when we do chat. Please do not hesitate to ask questions. Please do not hesitate to ask me if I need to get closer. Oh, I am really enjoying this. Now, when I started my roses, I went a little slower because I wanted to show you exactly what I was doing and talk you through it. But now I'm going ahead and coloring at somewhat normal speed. I'm still not racing through it. All right, so let's get our black in here. And again, guys, don't get stupid with the black, right? Oops, broke my point. Too much, you know, this goes along the lines is too much of a good thing. Hi, Jean. My darker red is the Brett Funner 520 Tahitian red. And my lighter red is my Faber-Castell, my color 223. All right. Jean, what's the word on your staph infection on your leg? How is your leg doing? Doing better. You know, Jean, that we all get excited when you pop into the room. Jean, you're stuck with us asking, you know. All right. So now I've got my black in between. Guys, I really hope that you can see how this black is popping out on these roses. Oh my gosh, they just look phenomenal. They really do. Okay, 2 more roses. I really want you to see this because, like I said, I'm going somewhere with this. And what I would like you to do is when I'm coloring and you're watching me and watching my steps, just tick off in your mind the steps that I'm doing. So in other words, you'd be saying, okay, base color of petal, the dark red. Remember, guys, your pictures what? Tell a story. What story do you want them to tell? And I've chosen on these roses to go with the more elegant, subtle color, antique type roses. Everybody recognizes it. So Jean says, I didn't realize that I was missed when I don't come on every day like I did in the past. I need to change that to be on more. Heck yes, Jean, we miss you. Absolutely. Doggone it. So here's my second red. Jean, why do you think when you come in, we all get excited and say, Jean, how are you doing? How are you feeling? We don't want you moping around. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and do what? Put our black in. Or as Wanda suggested, indigo blue. So Jean, how's your leg? Will you update us on that, please? Oh, absolutely beautiful set of roses. So Jean says, I know we have a huge group now, but no excuse for not getting in here with my family. Exactly. Do you guys realize that I think we're only like 6 away from having 1,500 in the group. We are growing. But the thing is, we're not so super overcrowded during live. Sandra, hi. Oh, I didn't see you come in earlier. Sandra. So so Jean says it looks a little better, but the doctor still wants to clean it out. Okay. And when does that happen? I remember that you said that that was going to be done. I think last time you said 2 or 3 weeks. Oh, Canada, da 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 dum. Doggone it, Sandra. Get your Canadian patootie in here more often. Oh my gosh, guys. Wait till you see this whole thing put together. Not sure yet, waiting on insurance. Okay. I would be on that insurance company like white on rice. I don't think you want to wait a long time with that infection. Am I close enough for you guys to see the details of what I'm doing here? It is between two hospitals. Okay, Sandra says not sure what is happening. Broadcast just stops after a few seconds. Okay, you need to change either from your iPad to your iPhone or the other way. If you have a computer, Sandra, try your computer. Okay, so now I'm going to put in my black highlighting. And don't just jam it in there, guys. You need to look where your roses are coming together. Wanda's revelation on Tuesday. What makes you think that it's with Wanda? Mine is a total surprise. Zoom out. Zoom out. Zoom out. Look at that, guys. What do you think? I'm not sure, Sandra, how you think that this has anything to do with Wanda. I had to ask Wanda if she was going to be here. All right. Check this out. This is phenomenal. Okay. Zoom in. Zoom in. Yeah, I don't know why, Sandra, that you're thinking that this is about Wanda. We're just telling Wanda to be here. Okay. here is my center rose, and this is what I want to show you next. All right, let me pull a different color. Zoom in. Zoom in. All right, so on that center rose, I'm using a Shuttle Art Bright Orange Yellow 049. Yes, I will be doing the fish like a goldfish. So notice now I'm pulling out my yellow. Excuse me, my bright orange yellow. And then I'm pulling out my, this is called Maize, M-A-I-Z-E, out of my Brett Funner 520. Oh, Jean says I would have made the roses blues. Yeah, perfect option. Yes, ma'am. Okay. So I've got my white. I've got my gold and my yellow. Oh, I may post some hints before Tuesday. I've already been dropping a lot of them, Wanda. All right, now I'm certainly not going to use black, right, in order to shade this. So I'm going to use what's called a Tempest color Brett Funner 520. Oh, I've been talking this up all week long. And now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put in just a little hint of gray, right? Because black would have been way wrong. I'm sorry, what's coming up with ILene's not going to leave you? No way. Oh, Ron, no, 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 no. I'm not. No, ma'am. Okay, and then I'm going to blend this. Zoom out. Zoom out. Look at that. Now, before I sign off tonight, oh my gosh, no, 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 no. I am not, N-O-T, not ending the broadcast. No, no, no. What color did I put in? It's called a Tempest color, Brett Funner 520. Now, I'm using a metallic grass green. This is by Shuttle Art. So stick with me here, because I want you to see the beginnings of this at least. Zoom in. Zoom in. Now, you don't have to use a metallic on these leaves. I'm just doing that because I happen to like the color. Okay? It's somewhat of a dull green. And it's keeping with the theme of the other colors that I'm using on my roses, which are the muted colors, which make it look a little more old-fashioned. So I'm using the, it's a medium green. And I'm using it as my base color at the moment. And I want to color in all my leaves right now because I want you to see now the leaves with the roses. Alright, let's see what we got here. Okay. So hang with me a couple extra minutes, guys. I think you're going to like this. Now, Jean, the only reason that I didn't put blue roses on here, and I'm not saying that color is wrong at all. It is not. I just decided that I didn't want the blue roses with the blue water. That's just my taste. Oh gosh, now I've got that song stuck in my mind. Oh, Canada. Da 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 dum. Da da Da, 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 dum. Okay. But I'm not saying that a choice of blue roses is wrong. It's not. Absolutely not. That's just an artistic choice. Okay, let me get a few of these stems because I really want you to see this. Yeah, really, we'll all be hearing it in our sleep. Okay, now check this out. You ready? Zoom out. Zoom out. Yeah, and the Canadians in the middle of the night will stand up when they hear it in their sleep. Zoom out. There you go. Hi, Stephanie. Okay. So, we covered a lot. I did the water here. Tammy was having trouble with water, so I went ahead, or Terry was, excuse me. And Amy said she's having problems with water herself. Water is not hard. I did the column for you. And I did it. I also dimensioned it so that it has the border so that it looks like it's curved. And you can start to see now the effect of this whole thing. Anybody have any questions or comments? Oop, let me get on camera. Ashley, have you done this one? Ashley, have you done this one? Zoom out. Oh, you're following along. Okay. Zoom out. So I want you to see now the full impact of this. And you can already see now how rich the colors are. And you can see how rich the colors are on the roses. So what I'll probably do next, after I do this column off camera, is I'll go ahead and do the goldfish. Now, you didn't have to add this extra yellow flower. Could have made it red, which actually would look very good. Could have made it blue to catch the watercolor. Lots of options. Anybody have any questions about coloring roses? Zoom in. Zoom in. I want you to see how rich those roses are coming up now. So we've got some beautiful, beautiful colors. Oh, and there's a dye in there. And you can see how to do them. Okay, guys, I think I'm going to call it an evening. Thanks for sticking with me here. I ran over a little bit. And I will continue this probably tomorrow. Oh, there's a key. Now I'm seeing all these stupid things in here. So we'll play with it. Jean, I hope that you come on more often. We miss you. We really do. Jean, and please promise me you'll give Marilyn a hug for me. Give her a hug and tell her it's from me. Okay? All right, guys. Maddie's doing a 3D piece. Wonderful. Guys, love you. Joyous, joyous coloring, guys. Have fun. Take your time. Love you guys. Continue to be kind to each other and support each other like we always do. Our group, I keep telling you, our group is becoming known for that. Oh, I thought you said 3D. It says I'm almost done with a 3D piece. Third. Okay, gotcha. The R went away. All right, guys. Have a great rest of the evening. Take care. And I will see you tomorrow night, same time, same place. Bye.